Superman Returns, Avatar, The Social Network, Act of Valor, Monsters. What do all of these blockbuster motion pictures have in common? Depending on who you talk to in the video and film industry, as well as current students and interns trying to make a place for themselves behind the scenes, the answer might be, well, a little surprising. Each one of these movies was edited using Adobe's CS6 Premiere software. Several factors have recently come into play that are gradually moving some production companies and schools away from Final Cut and Avid in favor of Premiere for video editing. New England Institute of Technology instructor Matt Morin tells of recent changes in the latest version of Final Cut, which may be shifting professionals away from this flagship software.
Over the years, Final Cut was kind of the de facto standard for editors. And as the hardware got better, the software didn't get better. So there weren't a lot of added features that they were adding to Final Cut over the years. And for a while it seemed like Apple was, and it's still to me personally, it seems like Apple's kind of turning its back on the pro market.
One conundrum facing New England Tech students is how to best choose which video editor to focus on, with the obvious changes coming. Premiere seems to have several key advantages for students that save both time and cross-program flexibility and money for the student who may not necessarily be able to afford a MacBook Pro.
I actually like Premiere better because you can edit on both Mac and PC, and I happen to have a PC at home and couldn't afford a Mac just to edit on, so that was a big plus. Premiere is also better. I found that you don't have to export all your footage like you do in Final Cut first to go ahead and compress it to a different format. Premiere will accept almost all your formats that you're going to be working with, so you don't have to worry about spending time just to get it ready to start editing on it.
Of course, no one would suggest moving away from one of these editors entirely.
Well, we use three different softwares. We use Final Cut, we use Premiere, and we use Avid. As far as the one that I like the best, I don't really think that there's the one that I like the best because they all really do the same thing.
Instructors strongly urge their students to become proficient in both Final Cut and Premiere, as well as Avid.
I've always told my students that digital editing is digital editing. It doesn't matter if you're working with the Movie Maker or Avid. It kind of works the same thing, so it's very intuitive. So as far as which program I like the better, I'm very comfortable with Avid and I'm very comfortable with Final Cut Pro.
So, there are many creative choices to be made for those entering the world of video production. But one thing is inevitable, and that is change. For now, Adobe's Premiere software seems to be gaining some momentum for its ease of flexibility and its professionally friendly user interface. Apple may just have to work a lot harder to keep its base of Final Cut Pro users, and that may take a while.